Thank goodness it is Monday. Yes, it is the Sports Rap Network. Ronnie Duncan along with Mary Jo. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo right here on the Sports Rap Network, Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3 o'clock. If you are a Detroit Lions fan, then after watching what they did against the Washington Commanders, has you believing once again they're 6-3. Next week they got to take on Philadelphia. It gets even tougher, gets even rougher. Mary Jo, your boys came through.
You know I'm fired up. They came through, and they came really, really through. I mean, talking about throwing golf, I mean, it was a tremendous game. Coach Campbell, kudos to you. I mean, I'm so fired up. I know there's so many people who didn't think this was going to happen, but I was not one of them.
Hey, come on. We're talking the Washington Commanders. They didn't have Jaden Daniels. They didn't have Terry McLaurin. They were the walking wounded on the field. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yes, they won the game 44-22. But more importantly, it was after the game because Dan Campbell did something he hadn't done, and that was what? He gave an opportunity to a young man to do the things that was all right. So he gave them to himself. He took the offensive calling of the game, all the play calling, took it away from Johnny Morton, taking over. So a lot of people saw Dan Campbell yesterday, and they saw him in these glasses, and they were saying, man, Dan looks a little funny looking. Well, he may have looked a little funny looking, but Dan had a message for the team after the game. Dan Campbell telling the team that it's the team he thought he saw, the team he thought they would be, and the team that got it done. I'm talking about the Lions.
Hey, man, that's the way to go. All right? We don't listen to what anybody else says about what we are, what we aren't. We know what we are. We always bounce back. It's about getting better every week. All right? There's things we got to clean up. I got it. But, man, that's more like us. That's a lot more like us. I'm proud of you guys, though. I didn't expect anything different. I really didn't. I got one game ball. All right? This guy, 25 of 33, 76% completion percentage, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, 135.9 rating. Jared Goff.
Defense, if you can hear me, way to go. Way to respond. I love you, boys. Let's keep going.
Get everything packed up. Get the hell out of here. All right? Get home. Great job, man. 6 wins. Break it down.
Man, you talk about being in the locker room. I wish I was in that locker room. Dan Campbell gets off. The players get off. The Lions beat the Washington Commanders 44-22. But the one guy I thought should have gotten the game ball was Jameer Gibbs. He was sensational. 15 carries, 142 yards. 2 of those touchdowns were rushing touchdowns. All-purpose, 172 yards. That included a 30-yard touchdown pass from who? Jared Goff. Now they're 6-3. Big game tonight is going to be all the things that happen next week. Because tonight on Monday Night Football, it is the Philadelphia Eagles going into Green Bay, Wisconsin. Green Bay is 5-2-1. Philadelphia is 6-2. I'm telling you, it sounds good now, but it's going to get tough down the road for the Lions. Mary.
Well, listen, first of all, can we go back to that clip with Dan Campbell? I want to be on this team. That's a coach you want to play for. That's a coach you want to win for. And for him to be calling the plays, I mean, everybody is just going over and above and beyond. And I think it's beautiful that, Dan, Coach had played for the Lions, a man of my own, after my own heart, that tight end position from 2006 to 2008. And it's not that common where a player can coach or a coach can play. And he has that duo dynamic, and it's just a beautiful thing. They're a family, and they're going to give kudos to everyone. They're going to hype everybody up. And this is what I mean by a team being a family. The stick-to-itiveness, the love, the gratitude, it makes for just the perfect recipe, and they are winning, and I love it. I love it.
Hey, if you love it, I'm going to like it. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo. Hey, by the way, if you want to follow us, you can do so online at sportsrapnet.com. That's sportsrapnet.com. That is the number that you can call for us because that's what we do. Now, the number that you can call is 833-WRAP-IT-UP. 833-WRAP-IT-UP. It is the Sports Rap Network. What is it, Mary? Because we are all we got. And you know what? That's all we need. It's just us. It is a new culture. It's a new way of doing things and doing, of course, sports. Now tonight, big game. Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. If the Eagles win, they move to 7-2. If Green Bay loses, they fall to 5-3. We are 6-3 on the season, and all of a sudden, everybody's looking at the Detroit Lions as the best team in the black and blue division. And the other thing we cannot take away, the magnificent job done yesterday by the Chicago Bears, by our former offensive coordinator, and Caleb Williams. Once again, it is all about those Chicago Bears looking so much better than they did a year ago. Look at their record. It's like identical to what we do.
Yeah. And what the beauty of this weekend was, yesterday was, these teams, they are separating the wheat from, what is it? The wheat from the cough, the calf, something like that. But, they're beating. They really wanted to win. These games were, 40 plus. When they got beat, and it was so different from last week where you had these close games. It just separates.
Yeah, but they looked more like the Lions.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we can go back to the Lions game, Mary, J-Mo looked more like himself.
Yes.
And that was a situation that we didn't see where J-Mo got a chance to look like himself, be himself, and he had over 100 yards. When's the last time you saw J-Mo be the guy with over 100 yards, J-Mo be the guy with the touchdown, J-Mo with the big numbers, and for the longest time, they didn't use him, but the offensive line gave Jared Goff plenty of time to do what he did. That's why he had the sensational numbers that he had. However, next week is going to be huge because if Philadelphia wins, if Philadelphia loses, whatever Philadelphia does in this game tonight, it's going to really be a reason for how they play us next week. Remember, that game is in Philadelphia. 2 straight road games. Washington, boom, then Philadelphia. When I looked at the schedule, and had Jaden Daniels played, I think that's a tougher game. I think anytime we look at it, it's a whole tougher game. It is the Sports Rap Network, Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo. She is Mary Jo Sanders, Hall of Fame boxer, the daughter of Charlie Sanders. You know why she loves the tight end coach, because the tight end is the same position that her daddy played, and she's investing in that. Yeah. So look, Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3, this is where you can find us. This is what we do. It is sportsrapnet.com. Find us on the App Store at Sports Rap Network, and we are WGPR 107.5 FM HD2.
We all we got.
We all we got. That is our slogan. It is all about the hip hop. It is all about the culture. It is all about you. It is all about me. It is the Sports Rap Network, because we are going to do it. If you are just joining on, you're finding out that we're different. And we talk directly to you. And I can imagine, you know what? I stayed at home and I watched the game. And I watched every aspect of the game where I was concentrating on the game, and I'm looking at the game, and I said to myself, Mary, this reminds me of who I believe the Detroit Lions truly are. The defense, Terrion Arnold played amazing yesterday. The defense was very impressive. If they can continue to contribute the way they did, and you heard Jared Goff just a few minutes ago. He talked about that. He said, look, hey, to the defense, thank you. Jared Goff may have gotten a game ball. For right now, not 700 yards, but 693 yards. That's what you have for Jameer Gibbs. His numbers yesterday in 15 carries, remarkable, 142 yards. I don't know about your math, but my math says he almost got 10 yards a carry. 10 yards a carry, came out to 9.5. But that is huge.
Yeah.
And he had the 2 touchdowns. And I mean, it was just, it was there. It was remarkable. I enjoyed seeing it. I felt like that was the Detroit Lions team that I'm familiar with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was good to see. I think they were comparing those numbers to Billy Sims. And I mean, he did just a phenomenal job. The whole team. It was like you said, remarkable.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody is as fast as this kid in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're a track and field runner. They say that his top speed is the best top speed of anyone in the NFL. That's how special. The most important thing is that he played well. David Montgomery played well. He had over 70 yards in the game. Here are your 2 running backs. One with 142 yards. Another with 71 yards. That says a lot right there, because that shows balance. Mm-hmm. Now, the only question I have from yesterday is that St. Brown had a little problem yesterday. and he went for his hamstring. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope they can just heal it out, rub it out, whatever you physical therapist people do.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
to get it
gonna
out
do everything.
because they can't afford not to have him. We didn't have the Sam Laporta game that we normally have, but we did see Sam Laporta play. Khalif Raymond played. I'm telling you, the offense has so many tools, and Jared Goff has so many weapons, and he's able to go ahead and do that each and every day. Hey, look, when we come back on the Ronnie Duncan Show, we're going to talk more about this game, but we're also going to talk about something that we did this weekend, how we are partnering and helping out the community of Detroit. I'm talking about God's Hand and Feet Mobile Ministry. We're going to have on a young lady who is a basketball Hall of Famer herself. She scored 50 points in a game. 5-0 in high school. She went to Martin Luther King, the first public school to ever win a girls' state championship. She is Alethea Lisa Kirby. She's also an evangelist. We're going to try to get her and talk to her about her ministry, why she does what she does. She's got a little cleaning company called Hall of Fame Cleaning.
Right.
I mean, it's all good. So we're going to talk with her. And we are making efforts right now to talk to some folks about the big, huge contract that was signed by Clarissa Shields. And we're also going to be giving away tickets. We're giving away tickets to what? The Tina Turner Review?
The Tina Turner musical.
Okay, that's going to be great. Ooh. As well as, if you're into gospel music, if you want to praise the man upstairs, Ty Tribbett is one of the best there out there. We've got tickets like that to give away. So make sure you tune in. Stay with us. It is the Sports Rap Network right here on WGPR 107.5 HD2. You know.
We all we got.
And we sound so good on FM. All right. She's Mary Jo. I'm Ronnie Duncan. We're glad that you're here. But we got more to share. Also, there's some sad news both in the world of basketball as well as the NFL. All that coming your way next on the Ronnie Duncan Show with the one and only Mary Jo. We're
we all we got
on the Sports Rap Network.
I'm Doug.
What up, though? I'm Ryan.
And the Two Live Stews are back.
Same dogs, same shenanigans, no tongue biting or clinches.
Right. Just sports talk with a side of culture and a pinch of shit we shouldn't be saying.
Oh, come on, man. Check us out on sportsrapnetwork.com and in the mornings on 107.5 HD2 Detroit.
We all we got.
We're back with the Sports Rap Network right here on the Sports Rap Network. King, I'm talking about yours truly, Ronnie Duncan. Inside Your Radio, come to you Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3. Yes, the Lions did win. They beat the Washington Commanders 44-22. Gibbs, once again, sensational. J-Mo did his thing. Of course, Jared Gibbs. But next up, they take on the Philadelphia Eagles, but Philadelphia takes on Green Bay. You know, Aaron Rodgers looked so old yesterday. He looked beyond his age. He's 41 years of age. He looked old. Pittsburgh lost to the Los Angeles Chargers 25-10. Aaron Rodgers is saying, hey, it's all on me. I didn't like the person I saw. You know what? It is the man in the mirror. Ronnie Duncan Show right here at WGPR 107.5. You know.
We all we got.
HD2 FM 107.5. Okay, now this week, we had a chance to do something that was extraordinary in my opinion. Because you can really feel good and validated by doing works that God has commanded us each to do. We are thy brother's keeper. We are thy sister's keeper. There's a young lady who played a basketball at Martin Luther King High School. Never saw a jump shot that she didn't like. She's an evangelist these days. She's also a member of the American Basketball Hall of Fame. She's Alethea Kirby. She joins us here on the Ronnie Duncan Show. Alethea Kirby, when I say God's Hands and Feet Mobile giveaways and give out, you guys continue to do it, and we're going to partner with you, and we will be there with you this coming Saturday. And I don't care how cold it is, it's because what you all are doing. Alethea Kirby, Lisa Kirby, you know, girl, you got a shot. Tell us what you do and why. She's Alethea Kirby, Hall of Famer with the American Basketball Hall of Fame. Go ahead, Alethea.
Hi, how you doing? I appreciate this opportunity from you guys. So I'm grateful to God that what He's doing in the ministry now. I went from the hardwood floors of basketball. Now I'm shining the hardwood floors. And also, what we do is we go out to feed the homeless, no matter what corner, what area. We ask for little small donations, whether it's clothing or monetary. And what we do is our main stop is down at the transit center. For some reason, that transit center touched my heart. Many of us have faced homelessness and tough times in the world that we live in. So God has put it on my heart to go back not only in the community, but to sit down at the transit center and fellowship with the people that's down there to let them know that God is still the God that He is, no matter what we're facing here in life. So I'm just honored to be a part. I'm honored to take the ministry on wheels and go wherever we're needed to go at.
She's Alethea Kirby, Hands and Feet Ministry, God's Hands and Feet Ministry, a mobile ministry that she does. Mary, you've got a question for her. Go ahead.
Hi, Alethea.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I wanted to ask you about the skills. I mean, everybody was afraid of King. Everybody was afraid of King and what you guys could do. But how did those skills on the court and that tenacity bring you and help you into this God's Hands and Feet mobile ministry?
Well, just determination, hard work pays off, and being dedicated to something that I love. As a little kid, even going through Martin Luther King High School, Coach Winfield brought me on board over there as a superstar just from the community in the neighborhood when everybody else overlooked me because of where we were coming from. And so God has already put it in my heart to open up a homeless shelter, where I can put barbershops and food banks and clothing and things like that. So it always motivated me because I'm a go-getter. And no matter how cold it is, how warm it is, God is always telling me to feed the sheep. So that was a part of my journey. And like I said, the gift of basketball that God gave me just turned into ministry. And so I'm just loving that right now that it's all about God's people.
It's been a while since we've seen each other, Lisa. And just to put eyes on you, to be able to just engage and give you a nice hug and embrace, it felt so good. We both have been through a lot, but the one thing that we've always had as far as that friendship, that kinship, is the belief in the man upstairs. Now that we have that and we can move on with that and we keep that with us all the time, I'm going to let y'all know Lisa Kirby thinks she know basketball. And she'll tell you the Golden State Warriors are still the best team out there. But I think there's a reason, because you've got a God-fearing man and, of course, the one and only Steph Curry. But, Lisa, I got to ask you, after 10 games of the regular season, with Game 11 tonight against the Washington Wizards, did you think your Detroit Pistons would be 8-2 this season?
Absolutely. I saw it coming. They done put together a young core that has a heart. And them young men love the game of basketball. So you could see a big difference from years to come. Mm-hmm. And I believe that now that Detroit, even with the Lions, and I really, I'm not a Lions fan, so I don't want nobody to get mad at me, but even with the Lions and the Pistons, I can see a change in what they're doing and what they're putting together. It's hard work. See, and the thing about what I'm seeing with those Pistons, everybody has a season. And if you hang in there and just keep grinding and keep doing and pushing and pressing and don't give up, sooner or later, those pieces to that puzzle will come together. And that's what I see with what they're doing downtown.
Oh, great. So hey, true. She's Lisa Kirby. Lisa Kirby is the nickname. Your mother called you Aletha, so that's your name. That's the name that they gave you. Now, when you scored the 50 points, I mean, did you do it just once in high school or did you do it several times? Because I'm sitting here and I'm going, wait a minute. I know how old you are. I know how old Mary is. So you guys played during the same time. Did you guys ever play Country Day?
Yeah, we blew Country Day out, I think, one time. Yeah, I think we had a battle with Country Day, but I had a young lady on that team. I think her name was Deidre. I can't remember the last name, but she was awesome. So we was kind of like, we wasn't in the same
You know Deidre?
class.
I do.
I know Deidre.
No, me.
Do you know Deidre?
You know what? Give me the year. What year would that be? Because she might have been 2 years.
You know what? Back when I was playing, it was 85 and 86.
Okay, no, that
yeah.
was a little because I was
Yeah.
like nine,
Oh,
just
she-
shy. But she might have been a
trust
couple.
Me, trust me, what I do know, you would have been one of her bodies. Alethea wasn't playing.
That was just a few years.
Hey, Lisa, you would have baptized her, wouldn't you, girl? Come on, tell the truth.
Absolutely. In a good way.
No, everybody feared King. I'm not even gonna play. I'm not even gonna front. Everybody feared King.
Nah,
That's the
you know,
truth.
she was telling me, and I'm putting the numbers together, right, Lisa? And I'm putting the numbers together, and Lisa's like, da 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 da. And I'm like, wait a minute, Ronnie, do your math. And I said, I guarantee you, either they played each other or they almost did.
Almost.
All right, real quick, Lisa Kirby, give us a way in which people can donate,
Yes.
can be a part of the food bank, can be a part of the ministry that you guys are doing, God's Hands and Feet Mobile Ministry, and how we, Sports Rap Radio, are now partnering with you, and we're going to be there as well. We're going to make a donation. When I told Mary what I did Saturday, you know what she said? Why didn't you call me?
I was upset.
Absolutely.
So that's where we are. So, we're bringing it real to you, Lisa.
Yeah.
You know who I am. You know what
Absolutely.
I am. Real quick, how can people get more involved in not only what you're doing, but this ministry and beyond? And I know if they have a cleaning company, if they need that service, hey, Hall of Fame Lisa Kirby Cleaning can get that done too.
Absolutely. We in business on this line today. Absolutely. God is working. God is moving.
No, but how can people
yes.
get involved in the God's Hand and Feet ministry, what you're doing? And we just want to commend you as well as all of the ladies who are a part of that. And we're going to be a part of that. And Lisa, I just think that God does things for a reason. And this is our season. And, just the response that I got alone on Facebook, people want to get involved. So how do we get involved in the ministry that you're a part of?
Okay, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I can give my phone number right now. It's 313-428-9082. And you can also reach me by Cash App, by money sign. That's Stan, STAN 5775. And right now we're getting other things set up where donations can come in at, but that's where we're going to start right now. And also I wanted to share with you, Ronnie, that the ministry is God's Mercy and Grace Ministry. That's the ministry that I carry. On the other ministry, right now, it's not going to be available at this moment.
Okay.
But it's God's Mercy and Grace Ministry under
God's
my
Mercy
name.
and Grace Ministry under your name.
Yes.
Real quick, if we can go back. How many coats, gloves, hats, how much food, shoes were given out on Saturday? Just out of your estimation.
Okay, we're planning on, I know for sure, 50 shoes. We want to give at least 50 jackets. And we have other items as far as we're looking for hats, caps, gloves, and scarves. And men's shoe sizes from sizes 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So
basically you're saying, say for instance, for us, like I'll go over to, what's the name of the place around the corner from me? Burlington, okay? I can walk to Burlington. And if I see some really cheap shoes for a good price and they're size 15 or they're size 17, or if I see a winter coat that's, really on sale, but it's not my size, it's too small or it's way too big, pick that up and I can give it to you. And as far as your ministry is concerned, and we will have an opportunity to give it to those who are in dire need. It is getting cold out there. And I think that's the thing that was so, compelling,
Yes.
for me. I mean, you sit there and you're like, ooh, matter of fact, ask Lisa, well, come on, Ronnie. It's cold out here. I'm not ready for all this. I could have used one of those coats, but to do that, it takes a special way and a special heart. So that's what you're asking. If we have that extra little bit, we see it. We don't want to, there's nothing wrong with something used, okay? Something borrowed,
Yeah.
all right? But something new is so much better because I don't know about you. I was a poor kid growing up, but if I got something that was brand new, it just made me feel so much better on the inside. And on the outside, I looked because those were maybe days, we called them fish heads back in the day in Baltimore. No, they weren't the real Converse or whatever, but they were brand new. And I felt like, ooh, don't get them dirty. Ooh, I feel so good because you take so much pride in what you're wearing, what you're showing. So, you know, we're asking politely for not used, but brand new stuff that we can go ahead and pass on to others who are in dire need. Correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And I wanted to share this really quick. Now, I had over 300 pair of tennis shoes. I'm down to 50 now.
Wow.
And I'm giving those out. So this is what I'm so glad that you shared that, because when I was out there the other day, as I was watching, you know, we want to make them feel loved on. We don't want them to have, you know, things that we wouldn't even wear anymore. Just some of the things, you know, that I've been praying and asking God. And I'm glad you said fairly new. And also some of the thrift stores you can go into, they have new things, you know, with tags on them. And so I want this to be a great outing this Saturday.
Well, do you need any wedding gowns?
Oh, stop. Here we go.
Do you need? No, the reason I'm asking, and I know we're laughing, and Mary is saying, "See, Ronnie, no. When you meet Mary, maybe we'll take you where Mary lives. Mary lives in a castle,
Here we
okay?
go.
And Mary has a bunch of wedding gowns there, okay? I'm serious.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary,
It's true.
can we bring some wedding gowns?
Yeah.
So, Mary, can
Yes.
you bring those? We can always use them.
Yeah, I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
See?
Yeah.
Mary is like, dang, Ronnie.
No, it's true. No, it's just yesterday there was a gentleman that I see every now and again at a restaurant, and I met his girlfriend, and then I hope they're not listening, and then I and she had left. I said she's very nice, you know, this and that, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna get married, this and that. I said, well, I got a dress for you if you know. So it's very true.
All right, we'll bring some wedding gowns down there.
Yeah.
And there are going to be some people, and let's face it, you're an evangelist. Maybe you have a
Yeah.
license to put somebody, maybe I'll see a wedding down there. What do you think, Lisa?
Absolutely.
All right, Lisa Kirby joined us. We enjoyed this. She, of course, is a part of a ministry that we will be a part of here at Sports Rap Network. And so we'll give you more details about what's happening. Hey, by the way, we are giving away tickets to Tide Tribute. I think, Lisa, maybe you could be one of the winners of that because of all the things you're doing and watching the concert. So maybe we'll have you as one of our winners, okay? Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to go live from the Novi Theater where the movie Christy Martin is coming out. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much for your time. And you know what? We enjoy it. May God bless you and keep you, because everything you're doing is right in his wheelhouse. It is the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo right here on the Sports Rap Network.
Sports Shop Radio, for original insight, opinions, and expert analysis without exaggeration, hesitation, or hateration. Chop it up with Sports Talk OGs Errol Reese, K-Mac, and the lovely Pam Smith at 4 p.m. Eastern every weekday. And get your head together at the shop, the Sports Shop on Sports Rap Network.
We all we got.
Okay, Ronnie, you came and got the right one again. Sports meets hip-hop. Let's get it. It's Sports Rap Network. Hip-hop is in the building. Ronnie Duncan making you feel it. Sanaka's always the illest. Boxing Hall of Famer Mary Jo got them plans. Plus that 25-1 in one draw, she got them hands. 5 days a week, afternoons, hear Ronnie speak. Mary Jo a boxing pro, so you know she gon' bring the heat. Coast to coast, rap network and show host. Only just begun, Ronnie Golden shining like the sun. It's all that sports talk, first of its kind. And if you didn't know, then now you know it's one of a kind. He's a first draft pick, you never gon' find another Ronnie Slam Duncan, never riding the pine. Let's go. Sports Rap Network. Rap Network, pass the mic down the field and watch Ronnie go. Pass him the rock in the lane and watch Ronnie blow. Pass the gloves in the ring and it's the Ronnie Show. It's Sports Rap Network. Rap Network, pass the mic down the field and watch Ronnie go. Pass him the rock in the lane and watch Ronnie blow. Pass him the gloves in the ring and it's the Ronnie Show. Ask anybody on the street and they'll let you know it's Slam Dunk and Sports Rap Network.
Yeah. That's what we got going on. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show, along with the one and only Mary Jo Sanders, the Hall of Fame boxer. I love that line, 25, 1-1. You know she got hands. You know she gonna get it one. Hello, everybody. Ronnie Duncan along with Mary Jo Sanders. We just got finished talking with Alethea Kirby. Man, what an interview that was. You hear us Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3 o'clock. We got a lot to celebrate, but knowing that we're in partnership with her ministry to give out clothing as well as food to those who need it. And we're going to see you. You can see Mary. You can get autographs. You can take pictures. We're going to be downtown at the bus depot this coming Saturday doing some of God's work. How you feel about that, champ?
I feel real good about that because you know it's so cold in the D. It's so cold in the D. So I think it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to bring a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, did you like the new song that I decided to play?
We've got theme music.
You know, I mean, not only theme music, but there's the Mary Jo track in there that I've been trying to get on for the longest time.
I love it. I'm going to wake up to that every morning. I feel like Radio Raheem. Can you have play my theme music?
Yeah, where my theme music? Where my theme music? So everybody had their theme music. Ronnie Duncan along with Mary Jo Sanders. It has been one heck of a week. But then again, it's been a sad week. Some people that are no longer here, and we should never take life for something to be so simple. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And we lost a great one. Lenny Wilkens passed, 88 years of age. He coached in the NBA. He played in the NBA. As a matter of fact, he was a 9-time All-Star in 15 years. In 1979, the Seattle Supersonics won the NBA championship over my favorite Washington Bullets, who had won the year before in 1978. And Lenny was the head coach of that team. He's the third most wins ever in the history of the NBA, 1,332 games. He passed away at the age of 88. Here's the interesting thing. He's from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy. He didn't play basketball until his senior year of high school. And even in his senior year of high school, he didn't have any basketball offers. So the father of the school decided to write to Providence. And, you know, the athletic director at Providence, the coach of Providence, was a friend of his. And he said, look, can you play this guy? Can you give him a scholarship? He's a hard-working guy. Not only does he take him to 2 NITs, and back then, the NIT was just as big as the NCAA tournament. And Lenny was drafted, and he became an all-star with the St. Louis Hawks. See, a lot of people don't give him the credit where the credit is due, but this man was a 9-time all-star in 15 years. Even when the NBA has best 75 players, Lenny Wilkens was among them. He was the assist man before the NBA even knew how to spell the word assist. And yes, there's Oscar Robertson, but he did some fantastic things. In 1996, he was an assistant coach on the gold medal Olympic team. He was that respected in the game. But he looks at the city of Seattle, Washington, that gave Bill Russell an opportunity to be a head coach. They gave him an opportunity to be a head coach because there is a colorblind society that is there in Seattle, Washington. I've often said to 2 of my kids who are in biracial relationships and marriages and my grandkids and etc., I said a great environment for you to live in is the Northwest, Portland or Seattle. There's something about the culture there, the environment that is so good. And even Lenny talks about it. I have, of course, Nate McMillan, a good friend of mine who's an assistant coach with the Los Angeles Lakers. And maybe I'll try to get Nate on today, Mary.
Ooh, that'd be
but
fun.
you know, this is a guy who is just incredible. Also, former NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, really good guy, and I'm sure he's someone that your father liked and respected. He died at the age of 84 today, outside of his home in Silver Springs, Maryland. Paul Tagliabue served 17 years as the NFL Commissioner. And he made some very tough decisions, but then again, he made some that have been long-lasting. You know, of course, Roger Goodell took over his position. And it's been Roger Goodell since then. But Paul Tagliabue with the new television rules and just the contracts and what the players were getting. And yes, there was a player strike on his watch. And with the NFL, did not play any games. And they had scabs, as they call them, who were playing. And there were other leagues, but he made sure that the NFL stayed strong. All right, you know, the Lions, they stay strong. They beat the Washington Commanders 44-22. Jameer Gibbs, outstanding. 15 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing, 172 all-purpose yards, including a 30-yard pass from Jared Goff. Now the Lions have come back. They are 6-3. They got the big win.
Yeah.
And next week they got to take on Green Bay Philadelphia is coming up next week. Green Bay and Philadelphia play tonight. Monday Night Football. How do you see that? Oh, let's go to the great one, ladies and gentlemen. She is the Notre Dame of course, professional football. She comes up with upsets that no one sees because she pulls them out of her little posterior, and she's the one and only Mary Jo Sanders. What's hitting in that posterior today that you're coming? I mean, because I'm going to tell you.
They're in Philly.
This a pick 'em game. No, they're in Green Bay.
Oh, they're in Green Bay.
They're in Green Bay.
Well, that's a whole other story.
Oh, now she's going to change. I shouldn't have said that. Who do you like, Mary, and why? Come on, Jordan Love.
I do love.
I know.
Do that.
All right. Is it? You know what?
Stop, because you're just going to say because he's handsome.
Is that it, Mary?
No, that's not it. But I mean, that's how I do pick my horses. So maybe I should stick to that.
Hey, Jordan, I don't know if you listen to the show, but brother, you've been compared to a horse. My name is Mr. Ed.
No, just the beauty, just the beauty. And you gotta pick them by their, see, because I'm going to say their body type and their muscularity, but I can hear you.
Okay. All right. If you're going to do that, Mary, then you're looking at Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
The defending Super Bowl champion of the Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay, taking on Philadelphia in Green Bay, 8:15 Monday Night Football. Come on, Mary.
Ooh, but see, it's very different. It's like I said, these teams.
Mary,
if I'm
going by your code, you said, "Oh, Jordan Love is just a really good-looking guy."
No, that's what you would say. I know that you would.
No,
say
that's what you're saying. All right. So what's wrong with Jalen Hurts?
Nothing.
He's got muscles. He's got muscles. Ooh.
Golly gee.
Written by Michael Jackson for Diana Ross. You go figure that one out, okay? But go ahead.
See.
Anytime you come to work, you have to be prepared. Anytime,
I would say the Eagles. I
Game.
would say Eagles, even though they're going to be in Green Bay.
So you're going with the Eagles.
I am.
So you're going with A.J. Brown. You're going with Devontae.
I am.
All right. You're going with Saquon Barkley.
I am.
All right.
That's what I'm going to
say.
I know you're trying to.
I'm making sense to you now, huh?
Well, I don't know. Because this is the thing. There's been so many upsets.
Babaloo, I'm Ricky Avocado. You're Lucille Ball. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show along with Mary Jo Sanders right here on the Sports Rap Network. Glad you could join us on a Monday. How was your weekend, by the way? What did you do? Did you watch any college football?
I watched a little bit of college football.
Did you see Indiana almost lose?
Yes,
Mendoza line, and then it was like, poop, touchdown to Mr. Cooper. I couldn't believe that. Because I said, oh my goodness, Penn State is finally playing at the level that everybody thought Penn State would be at.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Mendoza says, I'm not done yet. I'm like, they won? I mean, I'm sitting on the phone. Was I talking to you?
You were talking. We did talk over.
Yeah, and I'm talking to you on the phone, and I'm like, because I'm telling you about everything that happened Saturday. Mm-hmm. Downtown, and I'm like, oh yeah, Penn State's about to go ahead, whatever. Hey, check this out.
What?
You know what I was reading recently?
What?
That Brian Kelly, who was fired by LSU, doesn't want the $48 million payout. No, you know what he's holding out for?
Oh.
He's saying you owe me $54 million.
Good Lord.
You talk about hosing people. See, the thing about it is that those folks down in Louisiana thought, all we got to do is pay him. He'll just leave us alone, and we ain't got to worry about it. Just go ahead. But we going to pay him for, you know what they're going to do? They're going to pay him that $54 million just to shut him up, make sure nothing goes in court, because there's probably something in the language of that contract that Brian Kelly says, you weren't true with me, you were not through with me, and I'm going to make you pay. Wow. So, 54, 48, 46 million. I mean, come on. Hey, the little here, little there. But do you like that, what Brian Kelly is doing now? He's saying, I'm not going to agree to the $48 million. You owe me 54.
Well, if he feels he's owed that much and if he can get it, but my goodness, that's a lot. That's a lot. But then, once the family hears about the payout, they're going to be coming, so he probably needs that $6-8 million more.
See,
just for them.
That's what happens when you are a sibling of 9.
They're
You
all coming
start
up.
you start counting that money.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You start with the favorites first.
All right. Hey, she's Mary Jo Sanders. I'm Ronnie Duncan. We've had a good time. We will come right back. And we're going to talk about the Pistons. We got to show them some love.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're doing. Nobody thought they would be where they are. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show right here with Mary Jo on the Sports Rap Network. We come to you Monday through Friday, WGPR 107.5 FM HD2. You know.
We all we got.
Ding, ding, boys and girls. Class is in session. Don't be late. This is your boy, Professor G, Mark Gray. Take a seat and tune in Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Rap Network. It's OG Sports Talk, taking you back to days of good conversation in the barbershop. So remember, it's me, Professor G, and OG Sports Talk, weeknight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sports Rap Network.
We all we got.
Yeah. That's what we doing right here on the Sports Rap Network.
Hey, this is Sir Knock. You're listening to Sports Rap Network with Ronnie D and Mary Jo. So stay connected, because we all we got.
That's it. We all we got. I got you. You got me.
Babe.
All right? I got you, babe. They say we don't get along just because we sing this stupid song. Baby, I got you, babe. They say I gotta get cut out because I don't pay the rent. But baby, that's how the money gets spent. Baby,
I got you, babe.
and that wasn't planned, okay? It's a Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo right here on the Sports Rap Network. Mary,
Yes.
some things happened yesterday in the NFL that didn't make sense to me, but now I got to make sense to it. Do you know Buffalo lost yesterday?
Yeah.
Buffalo lost to the Miami Dolphins.
This is why sometimes it's hard for me to pick. I'm telling you. It's the truth.
I'm sitting up there going, Mary set that up. The Buffalo upset. I mean, the Dolphins upset Buffalo 30-13 in Miami. That's Tua Tagovailoa. That's your guy.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. This is why. This is like, it's like backwards land and stuff.
No, I mean, did you see that one coming? Because you know what? You have been a believer in Coach Daniels as well as Tua Tagovailoa and Miami. I mean, look, I'm about the Chicago Bears. I love the way they came back against the New York Giants. They were able to win that game 24-20. And we saw a little bit of Russell Wilson in that game at the end because Jackson Dart ended up with a concussion, and because of the concussion protocol, he was in bad shape, so they had to take him out of the game. And even, in the last seconds, it was like all of a sudden Davo had to sit there and go, dang, Russell, can you come in and try to win this game for me?
Right.
And Russell was like, I thought you didn't like me, but, Russell was the pro. He came on in. And by the way,
Yeah.
the New York Jets, Aaron Glenn, 2 wins in a row. They beat the Cleveland Browns 27-20 yesterday. What do you think about that one? Aaron Glenn and the Jets beating the Browns.
I like it. I like the upsets. I like the underdogs. You know me. I was an underdog.
You were?
So oh, yeah.
I thought you were a favorite. I saw 8 siblings out there ready to kick somebody else's butt if you couldn't get the job done to the person you were fighting.
But see, I was the runt. I was the runt of the family.
Were you spoiled?
No.
Were you your daddy's girl?
Yeah.
Did he let you have your way?
No.
Oh.
No, he made me earn my way.
He made you earn your way.
Yeah.
So
Still love him for
So
it.
How does your mother play into this? Okay.
Oh, God, listen.
All right. Because, Mom, she's already told us, by the way, Jordan's her favorite. That's
Yeah,
what
it is. He
She
is.
keeps saying, Jordan's mommy's favorite. Jordan's mommy's favorite. Why aren't you mommy's favorite?
Because sometimes I go against her, and sometimes she calls it talking back. I just say my opinion. If she doesn't like it, she's like, you're at the bottom of the toilet bowl.
But you know what? You almost have a voice like your mom, too.
And it's because I yell a lot.
Who you been yelling at? Ain't nobody in that castle. All right, it's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo. We come to you Monday through Fridays right here on the Sports Rap Network. The Lions won yesterday, and that's great. But the thing I think we need to talk about, and I said I wanted to talk about this in this particular break, the Detroit Pistons are pissing people off. Okay? All right. Bottom line, Detroit Pistons are pissing people off in the NBA. They have played 10 games this season. I didn't see it coming. Did I see them with 6 wins, maybe 4 losses in the first 10 games of the season? Absolutely. But they have exceeded my expectations. The Detroit Pistons are now 8-2. They beat Philadelphia. Maxey took a shot at the end of the game, could have sent it to overtime, didn't happen. He took a three-pointer. Detroit Pistons win the game 111-108. Cade Cunningham, 26 points. Jalen Daniels, once again, a double-double for the big guy. One game he had 22 points and 22 rebounds. This game he has 21 points and 16 rebounds. What do you make of this? And they have won 6 games in a row. And tonight, this is like one of those games where you're like, if they lose this one, maybe Kash Patel and the FBI is going to be looking because they're taking on the 1-9 Washington Wizards. The Wizards are 1-9. You're talking about 2 teams going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Opposites do not attract bettors, I hope. All right, but it's tonight. It happens downtown at Little Caesars Arena. Mary Jo, real quick. Did you see the Pistons doing all of this so soon?
No, I didn't. But then again, I love it. And this is what athletes do. Like, doubt me. Go ahead and doubt me. And then let me show you what I could do. And then I don't have to talk so much crap anymore. You put the numbers up, and it speaks for itself. I love that, we're playing such a tough team at Little Caesars Arena. I know the Detroit fans.
Whoa.
What?
Back it up. Obviously, you were not listening to the conversation that I said. I'm glad that we're playing such a tough team tonight at the Little Caesars Arena. Washington is one of the worst teams, if the worst team in the NBA. They are 1-9, not 9-1.
Maybe I have Washington down the line. I have football on the brain.
Washington is 1-9.
All right, well then, but see, people will think it's just going to be an easy win.
See, there you go, that Kash Patel thing going on now.
But then, we get a little, maybe the second string will be able to play a little bit.
Okay. Now, and of course, yesterday, there was the Lions. The Lions beat the Washington Commanders. As probably she's looking at my notes. She's looking at my notes. You're cheating. You're cheating. You're like, what is Ronnie Hepburn now? Down there in that little piece of paper. I'm going to figure it out. All right, so the Lions beat the Washington Commanders. They annihilated them. That was a little get back, put back. You know what I'm saying? For the playoffs.
Yes.
Okay? Come on now. Look, I'm not feeling bad for Daniels because he didn't play. That's a personal problem for Washington. Look, it could have been Jared Goff. But look, Lions win the game 44-22. Jared Goff, outstanding once again, okay? But he has weapons, and one of the best weapons he has is flash, super duper fast and flash. And I'm talking about Jameer Gibbs. 15 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, 172 all-purpose gathered together, including a 30-yard touchdown. Final score, 44-22. But I woke up this morning and everyone is talking about the presence of the president.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump was there to be there for the swearing in of some young men and women who are going to engage into the military. They did it in front of everybody there at the FedEx Field. And then he was in the booth and he got booed. All right. And people could see him when they're doing this at halftime. And I'm like, whoa, stop booing, because these are young men and women about to put their lives on the line, signing on to enlist into the United States Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, the whole rigmarole. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, fine. Well, here comes the third quarter. The third quarter starts. And they go one-on-one with the president.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So I'm sitting there, and Jonathan Vilma is the brother that is one of the part of, the interviews. And then Al's son, does his thing. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. How is this going to go, and what does it sound like? And he's like saying that the president is a great sportscaster, sports announcer. And Ronald Reagan was, because that's what he started out as one. And he was the first president to do this since, I think 1978, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Did you see it?
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay, what did you think of it?
Well, I wish that I could hear more, but I was at, I went to Fifth Avenue at the half.
Once again, without me, but that's okay.
It was a quick decision.
I'm telling you, I'm drinking now, Mary. This is nothing more than just like grape juice, okay?
Let you tell it.
It's grape juice.
I know it is.
Everybody knows I don't drink. All right. Everybody knows I'm a cheap drunk. Take Ronnie out for some drinks. Guess what? As Carl will say, I don't mind paying for your drink. I only got to do it one time.
Yeah.
But
I do. I mean, I do like that he was there and swearing, some of the people in. This is where the politics and the sports. It's like, you cannot like the man, that's fine. But, the booing, you got to see what he's there for. And he's there to swear in, our fighters and people that are protecting this country, going to protect this country. But what all I heard was somebody slip in a 6'7", and I started like, I started thinking about my nieces. Yeah, I thought about my nieces and nephews.
Oh, they do the 6'7" thing on you all the time?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, my grandkids aren't hip enough right now.
No, this is ridiculous. But then now I hear 6'7" all the time. So one of the broadcasters said 6'7", I just started laughing. But what did our president say?
No, I mean, he was very generic. I just feel like from a standpoint of I don't know, and I put myself if I'm Jonathan Vilma, and I don't want it to appear that I'm going there, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm Jonathan Vilma, I would have been very reserved about how I would gloat over interviewing the president of the United States.
Okay.
I would try to have some journalistic integrity. And I do like to smile, but I'm not going to over grin and over bend in what he was doing. And there were some moments, for me personally, that I got the impression that Jonathan was like overdoing it. And I'm just wondering what people are saying, around. As a matter of fact, give us a call. 833 wrap it up, 833 wrap it up.
I suppose you have to be very nice.
All I know is I felt bad as a parent because it took time away from. I was watching my daughter, and then I had to train Joe from CBS, to watch the interview. But thank goodness I have this thing where I can, watch something and record something at the same time. So I was like, I ain't watching President right now, but I'm gonna go watch it to understand what he said, and it was a different type of Donald Trump that I don't see every day.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you have to be very nice just so you can keep the interview under control.
No.
Because the president might go off the rails.
No. No. He's never seen a television camera and a microphone he doesn't like.
Right.
All right. Unless it's not, controlled by, look, it was on Fox. Okay. So it's on the MAGA network. It's the MAGA interview. And I'm watching the MAGA results and I'm sitting up there going, okay, I get it. Hurry up. You're ruining me watching the Lions. And it's the Lions game. I mean, that's the way I felt about it. I'm like, come on. But I felt like in some respects, in some ways, I'm looking at Jonathan Vilma and I'm like, why don't you just go, yes, sir, boss. I think you'd be a great boss, boss. Yeah, boss, you the man president. I'm like, come on, bro. Stop with that.
He might be looking for, the president.
He don't need no damn job, I mean, he's good. He's good. Like you've never seen before. This is incredible. This is fantastic. I'm like, okay, here are the vocabulary words of Donald Trump. I'm going to sit here and listen to it all. Come on, bro. Jonathan. But then what was Jonathan's role?
Yeah.
And, he's the color analyst.
Literally and figuratively, right?
Steve Albert, Marv Albert's son, doing his thing. I'm like, okay, fine. And Steve was like trying to be like, I'm not going to smile. I'm just going to be, But Jonathan, good God Almighty, brother, your dentist needs to get a raise, okay? Because you were showing them teeth last night. All right? I don't know what you were doing, but you were showing. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show. Look at my man, Jameer Gibbs. Go, 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 go. He scored. We'll talk more about that.
let's be real. If not for the fact that Mel Tucker went crazy, man, and got them things thrown in his face, right? Mel Tucker would have been a guy. That was a great job.
Check out the Bullseye Sports Squad presented by Dabo, Wardell, Walker, Jones, and Barthawell. On point and on the grind with Lions, Tigers, Pistons, and all things sports. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on the Sports Rap Network. WGPR 1075 HD2 Detroit.
We all we got.
It is the Sports Rap Network right here on the Sports Rap Station, WGPR 107.5 FM HD2. You know.
We all we got.
Mary Jo.
Yes.
You got them hands. We even heard about it from Sir Knock, here on the Ronnie Duncan Show. That being the situation, Mary Jo. What did you think about the NFL suspending Commanders defensive tackle Darren Payne for one game for punching your little man, the Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I thought it absolutely needed to happen. It absolutely needed to happen. I don't know what St. Brown did or said. That doesn't matter. His hands were down. And then here comes Payne trying to bring the pain, but I don't even know if he did that much because his punch sucked.
Yeah, but I think the NFL did the right thing.
Of course they did.
This is a game which the President of the United States is there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then you go ahead and hit him, and the NFL is like, dag, man, we're trying to look good, and you sitting up here with all of this mess.
I'm surprised it was only one game. Because you can't have it.
No, you can only suspend him one game.
Yeah.
I mean, guys throw punches all the time. Come on, just because he plays for the Detroit Lions, you think he's a he's a cutie pie. But anyway, I mean, come on. I mean, one game, I believe it. I think it's right. You shouldn't have done it.
Of course.
He had his hands down. But now we're going for the boxer to you. What about the technique on that?
It really was awful. It was awful. He was more off balance than St. Brown after throwing that punch. It was really loopy. He didn't put his foot into it. I mean, if you're going to do it and get a suspension, do it right.
All right.
But that was garbage. And of course, the NFL suspension is it absolutely had to happen.
Speaking of unsanitary controls and fighting.
Yes.
There was a fight over the weekend. I was all hyped about it. I stayed up all night, looked at a terrible. That's the one thing I hate about boxing. These terrible undercards. I mean, you put anybody on just to have them fight, and it's the main event. And the main event was Virgil Ortiz taking on Erickson Lubin, and 154 pounds. And then you've got Boots Ennis standing by. He says he's going to be the next big thing in 154 pounds. Remember, everybody wants to be the badass at 154.
Yeah.
Now that Terrence Crawford has officially left 154 and went straight to 168, and maybe come down to 160. That's the date. A story for another day. The fight didn't even last a round. Okay? If it did, it was like, okay, I forgot the first round. That's how fast it ended. Erickson Lubin, the moment he got hit, you could tell he was a shot fighter.
He folded?
Oh, no, he didn't fold. It's just that he doesn't have it anymore. He does not have resistance. There's something that you have in boxing, and it's called punch resistance, and you lose it. Okay? Because when you're in war after war after war after war, and every time it starts to, look, that hard part of your brain starts to get softer.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. That's boxing. He got hit with one shot. Pop, he was done. I'm talking about the kind of shot, Mary, it's like this. You get hit with, and you all your body functions said, we ain't part of this.
Wow.
And so Ortiz wins the fight. And then the conversation between him and Boots Ennis was better than the damn fight.
It lasts longer.
Hey, it did. The conversation went lasting longer. Boots was like, yeah, I'm ready for you. Eddie Hearn wants Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah. Oscar De La Hoya says it. It is by far the best fight that get it right, Ronnie, that can be made in America today. Two Americans fighting for a title, or even not for a title, but they're in their prime. They are both young. They have both been able to go ahead and say, hey, I did this as a welterweight. I'll do this at 154. They are both names that boxing fans, know and recognize. I mean, real boxing fans would go, oh, Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, are you kidding me? I mean, outside of Terrence Crawford, maybe they're the best fighter in America today. Yeah. I mean, people will probably say, hey, Bam Rodriguez is one of them, etc., because boxing has become so global. I mean, look at the heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. And everybody looks at this southpaw who isn't the biggest heavyweight and how he's been able to go ahead and tame Anthony Joshua twice and anybody that he put in front of him.
Well, I love it for boxing fans. It's about time we see, people in the prime that are actual boxers, go out there and fight. And
Clarissa Shields has said something recently, even though we've been trying to get, her people on the line, trying to get her in the line, but I'm sure it will be done. And I don't want to sit here, oh, well, Clarissa Shields can't call me back yet. That is the truth, and that's how I feel, but I'm not going to sit here and say that. But here's the deal. She's like, forget about Layla Ali. I've got other things to do. I'm not going to sit around and wait for her. And Layla even said, even if she were to do this, guess how much time she wanted?
How much time, please?
8 months.
Oh, boy.
8 months. Well, that's a long time. I mean, Clarissa's going to fight twice a year without this new contract that pays her $8 million. Okay? So she's going to fight twice a year. And by the way, she'll tell you, and she'll tell anybody who will listen, the contract is worth more than $8 million. Right. That is the minimum. Okay, so she's going to get her $2 million plus there's some in any fight that she fights. But I'm wondering, where is the biggest challenge for her right now? Is it Shadasia Green? Everyone says that she's the young lady who beat, Savannah Marshall. Is Shadasia Green the biggest challenge for Clarissa Shields? You're a female boxer. I mean, you can look her up and look up the name while I go ahead and tell you. But Shadasia Green, Shadasia Green got beat by Cruz out of Baltimore. But and Cruz is nowhere near the boxer that Clarissa Shields is. Cruz does not even hit with the authority that Clarissa Shields does. And if she couldn't beat Cruz, I don't see her beating Clarissa.
I think what needs to happen is if she can get back into the Olympics as a pro, which they have every other sport that way, even men's boxing, I think that's where she'll get her best work. I think that would be...
Yeah, but I don't think that's really a part of her plan. I mean, that's money. That's no money and money.
Truly.
I mean, what kind of money are you going to get from the Olympic Committee? Nothing.
That's true. But that's where her best fights, I think, would be. That's where the best challengers would be, because you have girls from all over the place, all over the country, different countries, and I think that's where she would get her best work. No, it won't get her any money, but it will get her that notoriety, which I think she likes too. Like she said, she has five houses and a bunch of cars.
She ain't got a castle.
But she's welcome. I told her she could do a video over there. But I if you have enough money and you have all these people saying, well, who's the best, this and that. I mean, she went on social media and was like, I'll fight anybody, man, women, So I think she does like that too. Maybe not as much as money, but she does like to shut people up, and she would fight anybody. And since she's pulling out this money and trying to get that notoriety and try to get a fight with Layla, and Layla's not biting, I think it would be nice for her to get back in there.
All right, well, one thing that's getting back in there, it is the Lions, because the Lions have been doing some great work. We're going to be talking real soon with the man who does it for ESPN, and I'm talking about the great Eric Woodard, who, of course, is the beat reporter for the Detroit Lions for ESPN. He's going to be joining us next on the Ronnie Duncan Show, so stand on by. We got time for Eric, and Eric's got time for us. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show right here on the Sports Rap Network, because Mary Jo believes that the new offensive genius for the Detroit Lions is their head coach, Dan Campbell, who, as offensive coordinator, calling all the shots and calling the plays, is what, Mary? Undefeated.
Yeah. He did a great job. And you know what? I think he is that type to be like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in my own hands. I'm gonna lead this team in every way that I deem fit. And he did it. I'm so excited.
So excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. The Lions win. The Lions are like, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. They've only lost 3 games this season. They've played 9. And yet, we got some unhappy people out there. You heard Lisa Kirby in our second block of the show.
Well, she's not a fan.
She says, I'm not a Lions fan, but I believe that they're going to do well this year. But, it's the same old. I mean, there are people in this city who tell me, I ain't getting excited about the Lions.
That's
Same
too
old
bad.
Lions.
No, they're not. They're really not.
They'll take you to the water and let you drown.
I don't think. I don't think Coach is going to be like that. I don't think he's like that.
All I want to know, show me something impressive you've done really since 1957.
Well, this.
This ain't nothing.
This and last
nothing?
year. They what? They lost 2 games last year.
Yeah, and what happened? What happened the first game of the playoffs? 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 Thank you. And then you go back a year ago. Guess what? San Francisco's losing by how many touchdowns? And you've got the big lead in the second half. And how many touchdowns did you score in the second half? None.
Don't be talking against my Lions.
All right. So you ain't shown me diddly since 1957. I wasn't even born yet. I got into the world and you still couldn't win. Ain't nothing changed. It's the Detroit Lions today. It's the Detroit Lions tomorrow. It's the Detroit Lions forever.
What is wrong with you today? What is in that cup?
Oh, you got me sounding like George Wallace. Segregation today, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. No, I believe the Lions will win. We'll talk with Herc Woodard. All that coming up right next on the Ronnie Duncan Show right here on the Sports Rap Network.
Hey, what up, though? It's your boy, Young JOC. That's right, Young Jock, man. Taking over the mornings with Shawty and Miss Shanika on sportsrapnetwork.com. 107.5 WGPR HD2. We all we got, baby.
It is the Sports Rap Network, and you know how we do. We do it right. It's Ronnie Duncan along with Mary Jo, and this is our show. We come on 1 to 3 right here in the city, Detroit. It is WGPR 107.5 FM HD2. You know.
We all we got.
All right, the Lions beat the Washington Commanders 44-22. Jameer Gibbs. I mean, I know everybody wants to talk about what has happened with the one and only, great quarterback, and I think that he's a good one, but come on, man. Jameer Gibbs, sensational, 15 carries, almost 10 yards a carry, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, and put on all-purpose, it's 172 all-purpose yards, including that 30-yard touchdown that he got from Jared Goff. Jared Goff, once again, had great command. One person who knows it, he covers the Lions for ESPN. He's Eric Woyot. Man, look, first of all, congratulations to you and the Lions. Yeah. I understand that Dan Campbell was getting all of his calls from you. And I know he had his glasses on yesterday, but man, how impressive was it? I mean, Morton's out there and he's like, oh, I'm not doing the play calling. We're going to practice this. But Dan Campbell got to do the Dan Gamble and it paid off 44-22. Yes, there was no Daniels, all right, but still, it was Marcus Mariota. Yes, there was no Terry McLaurin. However, they were still good receivers. They beat Washington and they beat them down 44-22. Now, be honest, man. You did tell Dan what to write, what to do, right?
No, I just asked the questions afterwards, man. I wish I could take a little bit of credit for it, but no, I just was there reporting and doing my thing, man. But no, I think it was shocking to all of us yesterday, man. I mean, obviously we saw Dan in his glasses and, going back in that bag like in 2021, he did the same thing when he took over, as well, the play calling from Anthony Lynn. So, it kind of caught us by surprise. He kind of kept it under wraps throughout the week. And, I thought he did a good job, but I'm interested to see how it goes going forward. But I think for his first time doing it, in a few years, I think he did a really good job. And I think the players were impressed. Jameson Williams and those guys, they really said they thought he did a good job. So, yeah, it was cool to see him in that role.
And that is what I was talking about earlier, how these players have a coach that is so invested and will take it to a different level, and how thrilling and kind of an honor it is to play and win for this coach.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually doing a big story on him this week. We're talking about a lot of that as far as, why these players respect him so much. And I think it started from day one. I think he built that foundation when he first came in, as far as just taking player input, being a player's coach, but also being firm. I think Dan has a way of demanding his respect. I think, Ronnie's been in rooms with Dan, and when he walk in the building, it's like you automatically sit up a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he got that effect where he's just not even trying. It's just he authentic, without trying to be somebody he's not. I think that's the beauty of him. Win or lose, he gonna be himself. And I think players they've learned to respect that, and they want to play their hardest for a guy like that.
He is Eric Woodard. He's been covering, of course, the Lions since 2021. A brother out of Flint, Michigan, who has loved this team ever since he was a little lad. Now he's a big bro, and he gets to go ahead and run the show. First of all, we have to go and commend you for the job that you've been doing, the job you have done. But you said he keeps it 100. He keeps it real. And that's what the culture wants. And that's what we have on this team. One of the persons and people who benefited the most from it, J-Mo. And when we saw the way he played yesterday, Eric, it's been a long time since you and I have seen stuff like that unless we're at practice and we just happen to see a glimpse of greatness. But the nation got a chance to see how exciting this young man could be. Did you talk with him yesterday about his impressions of the signal calling by Dan Campbell?
Yeah, I think, he was just ready for a breakout moment. I think Dan has a good feel for just how to get him the ball. No disrespect to John Ward. I think, it's just like, certain people can unlock certain things. And I think, Dan Campbell has a feel for this team. He has a feel for J-Mo. And I think he just put him in some great positions yesterday to be successful. I think, J-Mo has that ability at any moment, man, to break out. It's like he's like the luxury car that you break out, from time to time when you want to stunt, when you want to shine. And, you just got to know how to use it. You got to know how to drive it.
Well, you know what? If that's the case, tell that car to stop trying to crash into the end zone because I don't need no dents in that car.
Yeah. That's what it is with J-Mo. You got to know how to drive, man. You got to know how to use them. So I think, he just got to feel for the play call. He got to feel for how to put him in a position to be successful. And I think that's what you saw with him. And J-Mo definitely, he definitely was happy to have Dan in that role. That was actually when he was the play caller, though, J-Mo wasn't actually in Detroit yet. So that was J-Mo's first time seeing him calling plays full time. So yeah, it was a little different for him. But I think, once he got adjusted to it, it was cool to see.
I like the glasses because I'm 67 years old. And I have those senior moments. So tell Dan I feel good. It's a good look. He'll probably end up endorsing with a new glasses company. He won't be just selling insurance, but it'll be a glasses company. Real quick, right. Tonight, Monday Night Football. It has a lot of trimmings on it and a lot of meat on the bones for the winner of that game. And if it is Philadelphia, we take them on next week. How huge of a Monday night game is this? And I was trying to explain it to Mary. It's Green Bay 5-2-1 and Green Bay taking on Philadelphia 6-2. And the repercussions that will happen. And put it this way, when the pieces fall, the Lions will have to deal with the pieces, win or lose.
Definitely, man. It's huge. It's huge for the Lions. I mean, they already lost to Green Bay, so you see how they came on and, they stumped them a little bit in week 1. And obviously you got Philly coming up this week, which is probably going to be the biggest game of the season. So it's definitely huge. I mean, not only just for the Lions, but it's just huge for the league in general, to have these two juggernauts play each other and just see. It's kind of like a barometer for where they stand.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see how the division shake out. There's a lot of things that's going to come from, this game to just see how things going to shake out for the rest of the season. So I'm interested, man. I got my popcorn ready. I'm going to be watching.
He is Eric Woodard, of course, of ESPN. He's been covering the Lions for them. And, bro, I got to see you on the tube, though, man. I love all your reading stuff, but I got to get you in front of the camera. What are the plans, man? Tell those folks in Bristol. Brother gets his hair cut every week down there in Flint. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a new app called Sports Center for You, SC for You.
Okay.
And I'm doing 3 hits a week, man. So I'm
there
not
you
sure,
go.
If the fans are getting used
to
it.
We got to get them used to it. Now I know you can't give me all of your secrets because let's face it, in the game of football, they're competitive on the field, but writers and people who call it are competitive off the field. I think the one thing that is special with you is that you have a relationship with just about every player on the team, meaning that I may not have your number, but it's not a situation where you have to go in a herd of people and reporters and stick your microphone there and take your notes. You developed that relationship. Tell me why that was so important to make sure you had that with individual players as well as management, because I've seen stuff that Brad Holmes doesn't say to anybody else, but he says to you.
Yeah, I think it's just being genuine. From day one, I try to come in and, not pretend like I know everything or not pretend like I'm just this big shot. I just come in and I'm introducing myself. I'm trying to get to know you as a human being. I think I've been around so many athletes, especially from the startups of their careers. And I think it just gives me another level of confidence that I can go speak and communicate with everybody and kind of see them as a human being. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much glitz and glamour with these jobs that sometimes that athletes aren't treated like human beings all the time, and I think that's what makes me unique. I can go in and adapt to a lot of different situations, and I credit that to being from Flint. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, you got to deal with a lot of different people, and I just learned how to deal with different people and treat everybody the same at the same time, man. While also demanding my respect.
Just don't give them
I think players can see through it.
Just don't give them none of that damn water, Eric. Come on now.
Stop.
Hey, it's Eric Woodard, of course, of ESPN of Flint, Michigan. I mean, let's face it, man. You got a chance to do some internships in a city that does nothing but give you pro athlete after pro athlete, and Flint, Michigan is just that. I mean, you've seen them at the very start of their career, and we were talking about Clarissa Shields getting that big deal. How did you feel about that, man? $8 million deal. Were you surprised that she went back to Dimitri Salita and Salita Promotions along with Win Records?
No, because Salita's a great guy, man. I mean, he's tailored to Clarissa. So, I mean, you want somebody who going to treat you as the prize, as the priority. I think Dimitri, man, he's been doing a hell of a job, not only with Clarissa, but just trying to build up the Michigan fight scene. So I wasn't really surprised by that at all. And I think I'm proud of Clarissa because I've been knowing Clarissa since she was a young teenager. I was one of the first people writing on her when I was at the Flint Journal. And I remember days where, just like the movie, The Fire Inside, where, she didn't have a place to stay sometimes. And, she would have to jog to the gym to Burston Fieldhouse. We couldn't even go do in-home interviews and stuff like that just because her house situation was just not stable. So it's cool to see her blossom from that young girl who had nothing to now a multi-millionaire, man. I think the whole city's proud of her, and I think she's earned it. She should have had it yesteryear. You know what I mean? 10 years ago. I feel like, if she was, conducted herself with a different light, a different manner, she would have had a lot more endorsements. And I think it's unfair, but I think God's timing is good. And I think it hit her at the time it was supposed to. She's mature enough to handle it.
Yeah.
And I think she has everything in order, and it's the perfect timing for her to receive that deal. So I'm super proud of Clarissa.
Hey, man, we're super proud of you as well. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you why. I've been in this game for a long time, and I think sometimes you can watch people and admire them from a distance. Brother, you are that brother, and you stand for the right thing. And I'm going to tell you what impressed me the most. Of all the things we've ever talked about, all the things we've ever said, I asked you to come on to the show. You said, I can't, not today, Ronnie, not because I don't want to. I've got a commitment. This is my day I spend with my son. Yeah. Brother, when you're talking one black man, nah, you can laugh it off all you want. I grew up in a situation where my daddy wasn't there. Okay. Yeah. And I remember sitting around waiting for him to take me to get some Jack Purcell tennis shoes and telling my mother, I'm going to stay out here. My mother's like, he's not coming. I'm going to stay until he come. And he doesn't. We have to do what we do as black fathers to make sure that our sons have no excuses in life. He doesn't need a coach. He doesn't need a teacher. He doesn't need a mentor. He needs you. And if I got to applaud you for something that you do, brother, that's going to be it. Whether you like it or don't, Ronnie Duncan's on board with you for that. So you take that to the bank. All right. And that's what I'm talking about.
Made my day, man. I appreciate that, man.
Nah, people need to know. People need to know the difficulties that some fathers have. I mean, I got a friend of mine, and you know what? I'll say his name because he's one of the top producers in the country. He has his own production truck, the whole 9 yards. He got involved in a bad relationship, but he loves on his daughter, who's almost 12 years of age. He learned how to do hair. He wants her to come to him when she has any kind of early diagnosis of, Dad, this is happening. How do I do this? And he's taken that. And people have to give black fathers who want to do the right thing the credit that they deserve. And so when you're going out there like you, and it's not about, oh, let me go ahead and pay that payment. It's not about that payment. Because when he sees you, he can go online and say, that's my father. That's my father's name, and he's doing great work. And so when somebody like a Jameer Gibbs signs something for you, and I know it's not the thing we should do, but he gives it to your son, you will go a long way with Jameer Gibbs because what he did for your son, but more importantly, what he did for you. Look, Eric, I got to get you back on the show, but I got to ask you something real quick. Is Jameer Gibbs a bad man or what? Come on now.
Man, he's a bad boy, man. He's a bad man right there, man. He's so quiet and so humble, man. It's amazing the switch that he just has. It's like it's two different people. You know what I mean? Like I talk to Jameer often, man, and he's super quiet, super chill, and it's just like when he hit that field, some of the things he does is just super amazing. We ain't seen this stuff since Barry Sanders, man.
I tried to see, everybody thought I was some damn fool.
Right.
When that boy was drafted, I said, he's the closest you guys are going to get to seeing Barry Sanders again. I said, if he stays healthy. And people thought I was crazy, man. They thought I was okay, real quick, because Mary Jo has got to find out. was there any facial damage done to St. Brown? You know, because she thinks he's the cutest little thing there is on the field. We saw what Payne did. You saw, and Mary was so upset. She was traumatized. You know, she called that. She's a boxer, bro. She's a boxer. This Negro said that was a left hook. I said, no, it's a right hand. So that's how traumatized she was by it. So Eric, set the record straight. Is St. Brown okay? Please let her know.
He good, man. That's John Brown, man. You know John Brown, son, man. He tough as nails, man. That ain't body. You see, he ain't even go down. He ain't barely flinched by that stuff.
I know. Because Homeboy was more off balance throwing that punch that was just so off. I said, he's all right. Ronnie's playing with you.
Hey, man,
but give everybody my love, and Coach especially.
All right. Hey, Eric, we appreciate your time, man. It was great having you on the show. We got to have you again. Read him, watch him. He does everything on ESPN. That's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo for a Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow we're giving away tickets.
Yeah.
And we're going to be at Novi for the movie Christie. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show right here with Mary Jo on the Sports Rap Network. Why, Mary?
Because we all we got.